Welcome back to the Inside Pass here on this Tuesday night. Still awaiting John Force. He's actually out on the West Coast, so I'm sure the time difference is kind of screwing with him a little bit. So hopefully he'll get to join us before too long. We do have Des and Jarrett coming up in just a little bit, though, to talk to us about Eldora. For those of you who get easily confused with the NASCAR Sprint Cup cars whenever the chase begins, you're not going to have to worry about that anymore. NASCAR today announced that they're going to make some changes to the paint schemes of the drivers that make the chase. So it's going to be easier for you to tell which drivers are in the chase during the final 10 races of the year. Each of the chase contenders is going to have a yellow number on their roof, regardless of whatever the paint scheme that they have. I would assume that they have a yellow car, they'd have to change the color of the car paint scheme to not contrast with the color of the number. But anyway, the roof number is going to be yellow. The windshield header that usually has the driver's name is also going to be yellow. There's going to be a sticker on both sides of the car that say NASCAR's Chase for the Sprint Cup. And the bottom splinter underneath the front of the car is also going to be yellow to make sure that you can easily identify those cars that are in the Chase for the Sprint Cup.
Damn. Just carry around a highlighter.
Pretty much. That's pretty much what they did. Let some little kid loose with a highlighter. And
I was wondering what they were talking about on Facebook with all that. I kept seeing that, but I couldn't read it long enough to figure it out. That's good. That's a good idea. I like the idea of keeping the car. I'm sorry. I'm a little. I feel like a kid waiting to get on a roller coaster right now, in the anticipation.
Right. Also, last week we went off the air without mentioning that Kyle Busch's NASCAR Camping World Truck Series team was penalized because of a rules infraction involving the minimum ride height on his truck after he won the race last week, I believe, or the week before. And then last week, or Friday night, the same thing happened again, only Eric Jones was behind the wheel, our buddy Eric. We tried to get him on tonight too, but apparently he's busy now. He's got too big for us. He's won 3 races now, so he's not.
Yeah, he's out.
Yeah, he's out now. But anyway, they also suffered the same exact rules infraction that Kyle suffered last week. They suffered Friday night after their truck win. So I think they got penalized another 10 points, ownership points, and another hefty fine for the crew chief. So some rough luck for Kyle Busch the last couple of weeks, especially on the truck side of things.
Yeah, well, I mean, I hate to see it for Eric Jones, but Kyle Busch, who really gives a crap, I mean, he's not a truck guy. He's a cup guy, and he's really got no business in the truck series. So it's kind of like, who really gives a crap? So I don't know. I hate to see it for Eric, but I mean, you make your own destiny as far as that goes with the rules. So I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, it moves. Oh, look at that. This may be our long-awaited guest. So, let me introduce him for you real quick. He is a 16-time NHRA Funny Car champion, an 18-time winning car owning champion. It gives us great honor to welcome the one and only John Force to the Inside Pass.
Hey, Randy, John Force here.
How are you doing, sir?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to get ready to head for Mile High up in Denver. I'm a little bit hoarse, been in meeting all day. But glad to be on the phone with you.
Good to have you on. You have a very storied career, and we have a lot to cover. We have a lot that we want to talk to you about. But first, let's talk about your season so far. How has 2014 been for you so far?
Well, I opened up after coming off the championship last year. Life was good. Come out at Pomona this year. Of course, we're chasing corporate America, not just the other race teams. But we won the opening race. We set the national record both ends. Life was good, but then I went into a slump. Our race car was just struggling. Robert Heitman around me in the Auto Club Ford took the lead. And but last weekend I got a big win at the last race. So at Norwalk, Ohio, put me back up into second. So not doing too bad.
So with all this year, I mean, you've got a bunch of kids out there of yours racing with you there, especially in the funny car division. How are you feeling with the girls running with you? Are you worried about them giving you a little bit of trouble this year?
Well, there's you look in the funny car category. Hell, anybody will give you a run for your money. My daughter Courtney, driving the Traxxas Ford, doing a real good job. Has already won a race this year. Put her in the Traxxas shootout. Robert Height's in. I'm in. No complaints. And my girl Brittany in Top Fuel hasn't won a race yet, but she's up 7th in the points. Car's running really good. She set some track records this year, some OETs, so pretty excited with her.
Now, your sponsor, Castrol, they've been a part of your career since 1985. Besides obviously winning, what has allowed you to keep such a great sponsorship and such a great partnership with those guys?
Well, because number one, you work hard for them. You do whatever it takes to get the job done. You give more than 100%, but we love our job. Sorry I'm having to yell and having to yell just to get my voice out. But
you're fine.
I'm really hoarse, really bad. Talk too much is the problem. But no,
welcome to the show.
Great partners with Castrol and Ford and Auto Club. The list goes on and on. Peak Antifreeze joined us this year, so we got our work cut out for us to put together programs. We just signed a 5-year deal with Auto Club. Well, we're going to be okay, but we're in a tough economy, a tough market, and we got to keep winning championships.
So, like Randy said, you've had an absolutely storied career, just probably one of the most prominent figures in motorsports over all the years. What is one of your favorite moments? I know you've probably got a billion of them because you won a ton of races and a lot of championships. So what is the most memorable one that sticks out in your head?
Your first national event win is always your biggest. You work hard. You never know if you're ever going to get there, and then one day you make it. I won 10 championships straight from 93 or 92 all the way through 10 years straight. Hell, the New York Yankees never won 10 straight. And I've been real fortunate, surrounded myself by great people. Austin Coyle led that charge for years. Mike Neff, and then Jimmy Prock last year. We won the championship. But I think when I crashed in 07, the year that we lost Eric Medlin, we got into building better cars. We created the Eric Medlin Project at Indy, build better chassis, working with Pro Organization, with Ford, with NHRA, anybody that would look how we could make the sport safer. And to come back from that with a car that a lot of people thought was too expensive, too heavy, it couldn't win, and to come back where they said that I was going to have trouble walking. Racing was over for me. To come back and win that championship in 2010, that was probably the highlight of my career. But I got to tell you, when I see my daughters, whether it was actually winning Indy in a funny car or Courtney winning, and Brittany's going to win, or Robert Height, that is my real passion, because that's my future. That's the kids of our sport in the future, and I'm just so proud when they win.
Yeah, we've had Courtney on the show a couple of times over the last couple of years. She's a great girl. She's awesome, and we wish her certainly the best of luck. But your girls growing up, did they always want to be drag racers, or did you try to steer them away from getting into the sport because you had been in it for so long and know all the ups and downs of the sport?
No, they were. My oldest daughter, Adra, that's married to Robert, she's the CFO of our company. Robert's the president. My girls, growing up, were out there on the road, wiping the race car down, mixing fuel, learning it from their mom. And she used to back the race car up, go to the 18-wheeler, pack parachutes. It was a family affair. But we always got the kids in the summer to go on the road, and that was the greatest time of my life. But when they turned 16, they all wanted to go to Frank Hawley's driving school. And then from there, Super Cop for 3 years, then A Fuel for 3 years, and then of course a year learning how to drive a funny car in a Top Fueler. It was just the evolution of the John Force name. And evolution, is that a word? Anyway,
It is now.
So
It is now.
So no, Courtney, since she was little tiny, she was always drawing pictures of her racing me, and I knew that's what she always wanted to do. Ashley runs John Force Entertainment back in California, and in Yorba Linda, and Brittany got her teaching credentials, so she'd always have something to fall back on. But they all got their college degrees, and they're all drag racing. So I'm a lucky man, but no, that's what they wanted to do. I don't think I really pushed it. A little bit.
Now, anybody that watched y'all show that you had can tell that y'all are absolutely 100% a racing family. And that show, man, I miss it. I really enjoyed watching y'all on there. Tell me a little bit how that show kind of changed everything for y'all, because not a lot of race car drivers, period, no matter NHRA, NASCAR, anything, has really had a TV show like that. So what was that kind of like, the experience of having your own show?
Well, we're looking to bring it back. I'm trying to bring more TV, more to the sponsors. I hired Octagon, I hired Rogers and Cowan, I hired JMI out of Indy, Just Marketing, to help us find money, working with my marketing group. But the TV show, I'll tell you what, it was prime time, 8 o'clock, Tuesday nights, had great ratings. But what was amazing, it was about Mom and I teaching the kids life in general, you know, how to race a race car, how to promote, how to take care of the fans, how to do shows. We do a lot of Vegas shows and shows for sponsors around the country. But what was really amazing is I spent 25 years for somebody to recognize me in the airport. 1 year on that TV show, we couldn't walk off an airplane without everybody knowing those girls and their crazy father. And now we already shot a pilot for the first show. It's about the girls. They're trying to teach me how to Twitter.
Oh, that's going to be awesome.
Oh, man. So
Don't get me in trouble. I still have a cell phone you dial.
you're the only person in the world with a cell phone with a rotary dial on it.
Pretty close. I'm old school. I can type. I can't run a computer. I got people around me that do it. But that's what the first show's about. The kids are teaching me. We're hoping to get it out by the first of the year. We were trying this year. We just didn't make our deadline. But it's just amazing, the TV world, how fast it can move you in popularity.
Now, what channel is that going to be coming on?
Well, we don't know. We've talked to MTV, we've talked to A&E, we've been to Great American Country. We're hitting them all. And it's a matter of having a good product, which we do, because it's not just about the girls. There's a lot of pretty girls in this country, a lot of crazy dads, you know what I'm saying? A lot of families. But at 300 miles an hour, 300 miles an hour or better, that's what the key to the show is. So it's a good family show, and I hope we're able to get it done and get it back.
I got one final question for you, and then we're going to let you go because I know you don't feel very good. After you've made your final pass, you've decided to call yourself a career. What do you want your legacy in the sport to be?
Well, I'm like anybody. You want to win all the races. I'm going after the Ford record in a Ford that Bob Gooden has. Another race, I tie him. 2 more, I pass him. But I've got 140 because I drove for General Motors in Pontiac, Chevys, Oldsmobiles. So, you know, you want to win. You want to set records. I've won most of the inaugural races. I've been real lucky, but I surrounded myself. I would have won a year ago the inaugural up at Epping, New Hampshire, but Courtney took me out in the final. But, you know, at the end of the day, it was never about money. Honestly, it was about the cheer of the crowd. I played ball in high school. I went to college. I wanted to be a football player. I wanted to wear the helmet, wanted the cheer of the crowd. And I had polio as a kid, so my running wasn't so good. So I decided to get a race car to do the running for me. And at the end of the day, I guess I want to be loved by the fans. I want to be loved by everybody. And at the end of the day, no matter if you win or lose, if the fans love you, well, then you've won. And I would want that to be my legacy. If I can make them all love me, I can't, but I'm still trying.
I think you've got more people that love you than hate you. I definitely.
Yeah,
think
we're
that's
definitely
true.
fans.
John, I know you don't feel good. Thanks for grinning it on and coming on with us. We definitely got to get you back on when you feel better. But go out there and get that 17th championship.
Well, like the show always said, my wife, she loves me. She just don't like me. Figure that out.
I know that feeling, John.
We all know that feeling. We all know that feeling.
Thanks,
Anyway, best of luck to you guys up there up in the West, and good luck for the rest of the year. And we will definitely talk to you again soon.
NHRA's live and well. We're on the Western Swing. We'll see what all of our teammates can do against the competition. Thank you for having me on.
Thanks a lot, John. We will be back with more of the Inside Pass next right here on the Red 13 Radio Network.